Hello everyone, friends. This is Dennis with you. Today I wanted to share with you how you can make a framework for paneling. If you just have bare rafters sticking out, let's take a step-by-step look at how we'll do this. Alright, we had rafters here. We took them, basically made sure the distance from the batten to the rafter was the same, let's say 40, marked all the rafters at the same distance from the batten, so that the soffit would be even without any waviness. We cut them all at the same distance. Next, what did we do? We took the bottom of the rafter and transferred it with a level to the edge of the batten. Then we also attached a U-shaped profile along the mark, all the way along using a level. The second stage comes next. We cut boards like this. One edge of the board rests on the U profile and the other edge we set using a level. We took a level and aligned it accordingly. There you go, we clamped it here. If the rafter sticks out a bit here, we'll cut it off later. Next we did the same thing on the other end. We also stretched this yellow cord in the same way. And along this yellow cord we installed these boards everywhere. This way the bottom of the soffit is even. Let me show you now. Here, all the boards underneath are already attached. So, and you might ask, why did we make the P shape? The P shape is so that we can simply insert a board here, another board here, and screw them to these crossbars. An even lining will run the entire length of the wall. A perfectly even lining, well, maybe 2 or 3 millimeters off. Now I'll show you how this will be done. First we insert the board here, like this, a U-shaped profile. See, everything turns out perfectly. Now look, this is how it will happen. That's it. We insert and clamp the board to the crossbars and to the U-shaped profile. And the same goes for the edge. Show the edge. There will be a board on the edge and 2 boards on the front. Yes, 1 board and another. And then we'll install the L profile on this front board. We'll have siding underneath, and where the metal L profile will be right here, we'll later install the gutter on our boards. So that's it. After we finish the soffit, we'll show you the result. Watch closely, it's very easy to do. Here's an example for you. I've basically explained everything to you in detail. Alright, see you in the next video. That is, until the next moment when we assemble the bearing. I'll show you from below how it looks, since it's especially inconvenient on the scaffolding. Well, look, we have a P-shaped bracket there. This kind of P bracket. It's sold with these kinds of profiles. The P bracket and this P bracket is really helpful in every situation here. This is how the windows are finished. The same way. I'll show you now. To attach the slope here, so a P-shaped piece is attached to the window here, then a profile is inserted into this P-shaped piece and clamped, then the finishing piece will be clamped here, basically, and then the slope and the drip cap at the bottom. Here's an example of how it's all done. Here we also have a horizontal profile so that the drip cap rests on it. Well, let me give you a quick overview. I'll show you what we've done. So we've already insulated this area with foam board. I've already told you about the soffit. The veranda over there is not insulated. Everything here is being done in pieces. We used what we had from below because the clients requested it, even though they're going to do the waterproofing. Actually, generally speaking, the foundation is insulated from the very bottom. Wherever it is in the ground, it's insulated with foam board right from the very bottom. If you only insulate the surface of the foundation, for example, it won't really do much for you. It will still freeze from below if the frosts are severe. So for the future, anyone building a foundation should install foam board right from the depth of frost penetration. Let me show you what we've already done on this cabin. At first I didn't want to work, I didn't have any plans for this house. Well, then I kind of got over myself and my thoughts. Now everything is working out for us. So here we have a wooden frame. Where there's wood, for example, where there's a block, there will be metal profile. Well, here are the bars 50 by 50, that's here. This is how it all looks. It's clamped in place. By the way, it's more convenient to work with bars than with boards because the bar fits these hangers in terms of width. Like this. One guy asked me to show how and what to use to attach the block. Alright, these are the kind of brackets we have. And then you take these anchors, size 6, diameter, length and depth 100 millimeters is just right for the block. You take a size 6 drill bit, for example one that's already a bit dull and worn out. You just drill holes in the block, make openings, then you insert the anchors and tap them in with the hammer. Alright, let's try and see how it goes. So this is how it looks. We've already attached the lower boards. So here it is. This is the board that goes against the wall. The brackets, well, basically this serves as a template for you, so you know roughly how it's done. Here, our board is flush, everything is nice and even along the edge. That's how it should be. The crappy builders who were here before laid the blocks so evenly, it's just a mess. That's it, I'll show the fascia boards later. Alright, well, that's it. The soffit is done. The board isn't great, it's wet, but it'll dry out a bit. Here's what the soffit looks like. This is called the soffit frame. The soffit frame, I'll show you how it was and how it is now from below. This is what it looks like. That's the board. We installed the one they brought. So here's the P-bar, this little P-bar. Just so you know, you can find it at any construction market. That's it, guys. If you liked it, give it a like. Share it with your friends on social media, and if you didn't like it, give it a dislike. Much respect to everyone. Subscribe to the channel. Let's see what happens next, what we'll make out of the hut, what the final result will be. Alright, see you next time.